Hey everyone, I'm MisterBo and welcome back to the Community Ideas series. Last week I asked you guys what brand new events you would like to see in Destiny 2 as we just saw the release of the Faction Rally, and you guys have some awesome ideas we're going to be going over right now. So let's start off with Outro Gaming Bros. He says, I have an idea for an event known as Teamwork's Requiem, and in this event there will be a special event known as the Team Gauntlet, where Guardians must work together to solve a lot of different challenges in order to succeed, and when they do, they earn teamwork tokens which can be turned into vendors known as the Kings of Teamwork, which are twins. They are located within the farm, and you can turn in the tokens for special rewards and even have a chance to obtain a special free exotic ticket, which is the equivalent to exotic engram, which allows you to trade it into Hawthorne for 4 randomly picked exotics, and the event will take place in March. Pretty cool idea. I do like the idea of a team-based event where you have to maybe get your clan mates or the people you play Destiny 2 with and do activities with those people in order to actually progress in that event. Sounds really cool. Next we have an idea from Double C Productions, who says he thinks they should make it so you can choose which game mode you want to play, like in Destiny 1. They should also make it so there's a special playlist each week, not just featuring something, but having a game mode that comes around once a month and stays for that 1 week. And there's different weekly modes that you can only play for that week, and if you miss it, you'll have to wait till next month. There would be 4 exclusive modes that change each week and rotate out every month. There would also be rewards that you can only get from the featured game mode. It would keep people coming back, and it would keep everything fresh. They could even change the 4 game modes every few months, while not getting rid of the old 4 modes, so if you don't get any of the rewards, you'll still be able to get them. So this is actually a really cool thing. A lot of people are complaining, you know, I just want to go in and play Countdown, but I can't. I've got to go into competitive, and then it's going to pick either survival or Countdown, and it might pick survival. Having a monthly playlist that has these 4 game modes that you can play to get rewards, and these 4 modes come in every month, so kind of like how Trials comes in every Friday or Iron Banner every month. You know, you're going to have, say, like, for example, Rift. You know that's going to be coming back every month if you want to play that. So that'd be a really cool idea to have. Algama John Doe says exotic swords need to come back, and that I do agree. For events, he wants to see SRL come back, which I really want to see SRL come back as well, or a 6v6 game mode like King of the Hill with tanks and other vehicles, or 12 free-for-all hold the skull game mode, kind of like in Halo Oddball. He then also says we could talk about missions in Destiny 1 revisited as memories, which that is a good idea. So yeah, I would like to see a King of the Hill type game mode or even an Oddball type game mode in Destiny 2. As for tanks and vehicles, I'd love to see that. Bungie are great at vehicle combat, but unfortunately Destiny 2 is just not built for that. So maybe in Destiny 3 we could see something like that, introduce more vehicles and introduce more players into a Crucible game, because I know whilst a lot of people do like 4v4, a lot of people also preferred 6v6, and maybe we could even increase that number in future games. Cody Oliver says faction exotic quests would be nice, and of course we had that in Destiny 1. Maybe have a faction get ambushed on their way to the rally and you have to save them. Whoever you save first is the faction you're dedicated to. So this is just sort of adding an extra little bit to the Faction Rally, which I think would be needed, because Faction Rally is a little bit kind of just the same thing over and over again. You're going into lost sectors, you're going into patrol, just earning tokens. Make it so you get a notification saying EDZ, Dead Orbit, being ambushed by Fallen. You go there, there's a pile of like Dead Orbit equipment and resources, and maybe a few NPCs who are fighting off Fallen, and you have to go there and help fight the Fallen, and then when you do that, they give you an exotic quest and say thank you for helping them out. I think that'd be really cool, and of course we saw an exotic quest for the factions in Destiny 1, so hopefully they make a comeback. Even if it is just an exotic class item like we saw in Destiny 1, that would be really cool to see. Toxic Tombo 65 says he would love if they created a Xur day where Xur sells his own personal weapons and armor. That would be cool to see. We know Xur obviously gets all these sort of garbage weapons that he calls them. He thinks they're like trash and sells them to us. He's rocking some pretty cool stuff. In Destiny 1 at least, Xur had a Warlock class item on his arm which you could actually get for your own Warlock, even though it was a blue rare item. But yeah, maybe seeing Xur bring some additional weapons that you can only get from Xur every so often would be a really cool addition. And then finally, the last idea is from Azrael. It's called The Life Exotic, and it's a one-time event. There will only be 1 winner and 2 runner-ups. And this is kind of like an event that would maybe take place outside of the game, maybe like on a Bungie day or something like that. In this event, players have the chance of getting their custom-made exotic weapon or armor being chosen and implemented into the game. This weapon or armor cannot be overpowered in any way and must be original. There will be a total of 3 selections from the Bungie company themselves, and only one winner will be chosen to be added. A total of 50 people may enter, and Bungie developers may put certain changes into exotic gear itself if necessary. So as I said before, this could be something that could be added on Bungie Day. They always do nice big celebrations, so introduce an event where people can design their own exotics, send them in, maybe the community then votes on what they'd like to see in the game, or maybe it's up to the developers, and then they put that in the game as an exotic engram drop, maybe give the person who actually designed that the exotic just for free. I think this could be a really cool idea. You know, if you were the winner of this, you could see your actual creation inside Destiny 2, and that would be really cool to see, as long as it's not another Mida. So there you have it. Those are your ideas for brand new events you'd like to see in Destiny 2. Some really cool ideas here. But for next week, we're going to go to the raid. I'm sure we've all played the Leviathan raid by now, and it's got some great mechanics that completely change it up from how we know raids in Destiny 1. The encounters switch every week, so you're not always doing them in the same order. There's hardly any bosses in the raid either. Callus is the only boss, and when you get to Callus, there's some pretty cool mechanics. While it is pretty similar to Atheon's fight as well, there are some cool mechanics in there. So I want to know, what raid would you like to see for the Osiris themed DLC? You can just give me an outline of maybe where it's going to be, what the enemies are going to be, or you can go into real detail. First encounter, how you complete it. Second encounter, how you complete it. Third encounter, fourth encounter, final boss, maybe the loot you get from it. If something changes every week like we see in the Leviathan raid, cutscenes that we maybe see, anything you want to see in the Curse of Osiris raid, let me know in the comments below, and in next week's video we'll go through all those ideas, because I think you guys are going to have some pretty cool ideas for what you'd like to see in the raid. And of course, if you guys have any ideas for topics you'd like to see in future videos, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I will be going through them and using them as topic ideas if they're cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. If you do, let me know in the comments below, because this is a series that depends on you guys. So if it's a series you guys aren't maybe feeling, let me know and I can switch it out and do some other stuff in its place. But if you like this community ideas series, let me know and I'll keep going. Be sure to give that like button a big old hug if you do. Subscribe for more Destiny 2 content and coverage. Boop that bell to be notified when my future videos go live. Hopefully you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.